with Liz's Crafts, and we are going to be using a fan blade today. Now, we've used one before for Halloween, and now we're going to use one for Christmas. I'm just waiting for my notification to come up so that I'll know when anybody joins me. Okay, there we go. Just waiting for my notification. Alrighty. So we'll get started. And if you like this video, please feel free to sprinkle this so that others can see it and that Facebook will keep it going. And that's how we get noticed. Okay, so what I have is this Pine Street Square cardstock. This came from Hobby Lobby when it was 50% off. And I just bought it recently, so they should still have some if you want to get these. I will be using them a lot for my Christmas crafting. And today we are going to use this page here, and it says the 25th, and it has a little holly leaf and berry. So I have my fan blade here, and I want to trace it. I want to get the 25th on there. I don't want the side edges where the banner part is, or the edger, whatever it's called. So I'm just going to trace on top of this page, and then I'm going to cut it out. And we'll have to do this in 2 sections because this isn't long enough for the whole blade. So in case you're watching this on a replay, today is Wednesday, the 4th of November. Yesterday was election day, and we still don't know who's going to be president for the next 4 years just yet. Okay, so this is my first piece. And now I have this other piece. So this goes right here, like this. And then I'm going to line this up and do the other piece. And hopefully I get this right. Okay, I want to say this is right. Let me just, okay. Let me try this again. I just want to get it right. I need to move this down. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Keep moving my paper. So if you're just joining me, let me know that you're here. Just say hi and where you're watching from. I'm having a hard time with this, but I do want to get it right. I want it to look pretty. Okay, so I think that's good. And I don't want the 25th on this piece of it. So I'm just going to trim this right here off because I don't need that part of it. And I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge this onto my fan. And like I said, my Mod Podge is thinner. It's because it's homemade Mod Podge, and I just have a ton of glue that I need to use up. So I might thicken it up later. But just so you know, this is not your regular Mod Podge, but it works just as well. I'm putting a generous amount on my fan blade. Now, if you were using tissue paper or napkins, you would put a lighter coat of Mod Podge on. But the scrapbook paper is thicker, so you don't have to worry about it as much. I'm just lining this up. And this is what we have so far. So you see the 25th down here. And then I'm going to see, ooh, maybe I need to keep the 25th on this. I didn't really want to, but I don't think I have enough. I'm not going to have enough paper if I cut it off. So I think what I'll do is I'll just trim this right here off. And then I'll use this section right here with the 25th on it. Kind of like the bottom is. Hi Holly, hi Tracy. How are you all this Wednesday afternoon? So I am Mod Podging scrapbook paper onto a ceiling fan blade. Okay, and then I'm just going to put Mod Podge on the rest of the paper that's going to overlap the paper that's already on my fan blade. Okay, so this is what we have. This is the back side, and now this is the front. I'm going to set this aside to dry, and then we're going to work on our other pieces. So what I got was, I went to Dollar General, and there was this Santa hanger, and it had three of these hanging down. It said ho ho ho. So they were $3. So I took it apart, and we're just going to use these here that look like ornaments, and we're going to Mod Podge some more of this scrapbook paper onto these. So what I have is this right here. It's green with polka dots, and it came from this set here, which is from Hobby Lobby, Pine Street Square. And you get 60 sheets 3 of each style in there. And for 50% off, they ended up being $10. So that's not bad. What I'm going to do is trace around this ornament, and then we're going to Mod Podge it onto the ornament. So how's everyone today? Did you go vote yesterday? Okay, this is for ornament number 1. I'm going to try to lift up. Let's see. I don't know if this will work or not. I'm just going to try to lift up this metal piece right here so I can get my scrapbook paper up underneath it. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. I hope I don't break my tool. Okay. Put my scissors under there. And then I can put it back down. Okay, I think that's good right there. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm just going to Mod Podge on top of this. I haven't done anything to the ornament except unhook it from the rope. I didn't sand it down or anything. I'm not sure. I think it was like this. Okay, so we have the first one done. 2 more to go. I'm just smoothing this down with my fingers, getting it even with the edges. So let's go on to the next one. And I'm just going to trace around the whole thing and cut the whole thing out. And that way I know where the top part is. And I'm going to take my scissors and lift up this metal part so I can put my scrapbook paper underneath it. Okay. So yesterday was my grandson's birthday. He turned 10 years old, and I pick him up after school every day, or most every school day anyway. He's usually pretty happy to see his grandma. Makes me feel good anyway. He's my boy. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim this down a little bit just so that it has a little tip on it. And that way it's easier to tell where it's supposed to go. And I'm just going to put my Mod Podge on my ornament here. then our daughter and our, well, Shannon's on. Hi, Shannon. And her daughter are going to be staying with us. So we're going to be going to New Mexico to pick them up about the middle of the month. And then they're going to be staying with us until May. And then after that, they're moving to California. Her husband is in the Air Force, and he just has 3 years left until he can retire. Okay, so we got 2 of these done. This one wants to have a bubble for some reason. Okay, and now we're going to do the third one. We will be using a Maker Studio again for the stenciling and the chalk paste. The stencil is a Christmas stencil that actually comes in a bundle, or you could buy it separately. So the stencil that we used yesterday and the one that we're using today are the 2 that are in the bundle. And you do save a few dollars if you buy the bundle instead of buying them separately. And I did put the link to the bundle and the chalk paste in the description. All right, let me lift this metal piece up. Now there were individual ones of these little ornaments at Dollar General when I got these, but they were $1 each. You could buy it that way, or you could get the one I did where you actually get the Santa and these for $3. So you get the Santa on top of these ornaments. And they were the same size. Okay, this was our third ornament. And let me just press this one down some more. I'm going to move this out of the way before it falls. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take my sanding block and I'm going to go around the edges of the scrapbook paper on the fan and then around the ornaments. And this just gives it a nicer, cleaner look. And the sanding block, I got in a package of 10 from Harbor Freight. Yeah, Harbor Freight. And I think it was $5 or something like that. Or you can get them at the Dollar Tree, but they're $1 each. You can also cut the edges off. I just think this gives it a little cleaner look. And see where I need to put some more Mod Podge on. So let me do that. I put my brush away, so think I will need to thicken this up. I'll just leave that out in case we need it again. So I'm going to go over on this side. And really, you want to do this in a downward motion on the edge. And it'll just take off your excess scrapbook paper. Over here. This does get a little messy. You might want to do this over a trash can. Okay, so I think we have our fan blade done pretty well. So this is what we have. And set that aside. Well, it looks like a little bit more of it has come loose. So let me put some more of my watered down glue on here. Okay. And now we're going to go to the ornaments and do the same thing. So we're just going around the edges. I'm just doing it in a downward motion, kind of angled out to get the excess scrapbook paper off. It does make for a nice clean edge. I'm going to have to put a little more of the glue on this one. You can do it with your scissors, but it just doesn't look as nice. You're always, if you have your scissors, you're always going to have a little bit of overhang. Okay. So we have that one, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here where it didn't fully attach. Okay, so we got one down, we got two to go. One down, two to go, another down, another shot. that down. Let's see how it's doing it. All right, well, we got 2 of them finished. And now we're going to go to the 3rd one. Let's see if we need to put more glue on here. How's everybody been this week? We just got back from our vacation and seems to be going by pretty fast. Okay, so here's our 3rd one. Now we're going to start with our stenciling. I'm going to put up my Mod Podge. And what I'm going to use here is this one here, the Joy, J-O-Y. Where's my scissors? So I'm going to put a letter on each of the ornaments. And then we're going to glue the ornaments onto the fan blade. And like I said, you do get this stencil and this stencil here in the bundle. And you do save a few dollars when you buy them as a bundle. Okay. So let's put these. Geez, I still need some more. Still need some more of my Mod Podge. We don't want it pulling up. Okay. And we're going to use our metallic gold chalk paste from my Maker Studio. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. We have our spreader here. This is just a piece of the spreader. And I'm going to put a J on one. Where did I put my stencil? And you do not have to fuzz these. They're not that sticky. So we're going to put a J on one. Then we're going to put the wreath on another, and then the Y on the last one. No, I got a little bit on my green, but that's okay. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh, looks good. Here's our J. I know you can't see it too well, but there it is. And now we're going to do our, oh, I think I'm going to do this on this one. This metallic chalk paste is just so pretty. It comes in copper, silver, and gold. I got the gold and the silver. When I ordered mine, the copper was out, but it looks like it would be really pretty. And I do want to get me some eventually. Okay, let's see how this, oh yeah, pretty, very pretty. I know you can't see it too well, but it is pretty. Now I'm going to do my Y on this one. Now, when you're done with your chalking, you do want to get your stencils cleaned right away. If you can't do it right away, make sure you put them in some water so that the chalk paste does not get stuck in the screen portion of your stencil, or you will ruin it. These stencils are made to be used over and over, and you know, I want you to get the full benefit of the stencil, you know, being able to reuse it. Ooh, and here's the Y. Okay, so I'm just going to put this face down in my water, and then when I get done, I'll take a sponge and I'll wash it out underneath the spigot. Just going to put my excess off of my scraper and back into my jar. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my heat gun on my letters so that I won't mess them up. No, it's sticky. Okay, that one's done. Has anybody else started making crafts for Christmas? I mean, you got to make them ahead of time if you want to get them on your walls for decorating. Yep, and that one's dry. Alrighty. I think those are dry, and we can now put them on our fan blade. So that's going to cover up the 25th. I don't want it covered up down here, so we didn't have to worry about our 25th being shown in the middle there. Okay, so I'm just going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue these on here. If I can get it to work. That's the problem. Okay. All right, I have my J on there. Another glue stick. Okay, ornament number 2 is down. And we just need to get the third one on there, and then we're going to decorate them. Okay, this is what we have so far. Joy, 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 joy. Joy, joy, joy. Okay. Anyway, so I have this wire garland. It says it's ties. It came from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to use a few little pieces of that. And I'm going to use these right here, which is berry garland, also from the Dollar Tree, and these are in gold. So I thought the gold in the berry garland would go well with the gold in the stenciling. So let's see if I can find the end. Here we go. Oh, part of it. There we go. There's the other part. Okay. I'm going to put this up, but I'm going to use my good scissors for this. So I thought what I would do was just put a couple little pieces of the pine, a couple little of the pieces of the pine here, and then put some berries in the center. So let me see. Just folded that. And I'll put it right there. So I'm going to get my glue gun. I'm just going to fold the end of this down a little bit more so you see more of the berries. And I'll take a picture of this when it's all done, and I will put it on Liz's Craft Friends. And that's a group that I made, and you'll need to ask to join. And what you do is just type in Liz's, L-I-Z''S, space craft, space friends, and there's a question that you have to answer. And once you answer that, then I will approve you for that group. And it's just a group where you all can share crafts that you've done. You can put pictures out there, and we can just support each other and give each other inspiration and ideas on, you know, different crafts. So if you would please join that group or ask to join that group. It is a private group, and once you ask to join, I will approve you. Okay, so I need to get some more little berries. Maybe I'll just put these together instead of folding them. Going to put a little bit of hot glue there in the center where the two greeneries are attached, and then I'm just going to put my berries there in that blob of glue. So if you can see that, I know you can't see it real well, but I will take a picture of that, and like I said, put it on Liz's Craft Friends. You guys are my friends, and I hope that I inspire you to make your own crafts for your own home. Alright, let me cut off 2 more of these. Okay, this is what we have so far. Now I want to put some type of hanger on here. I haven't really thought about it too much on what I'm going to do, but let's see if I can use a piece of this that was on the original. It has staples in it, so I need to take the staples out. And this was really easy to pull off the back of these pieces. You just pull on the rope and it pulls right out. So don't worry about that if you get this and you try this. Very easy to get it off. And then we'll probably use the Santa for something else, for another craft. So I'm just going to tie a knot on both of these ends. One, to keep it from raveling out, and then 2, to make it a little more stable when I glue it on. So it's just a piece like this that was off of the original piece that I took apart, put 2 knots in it, and then I'm going to glue that on the back. And I will probably glue it probably right there where the arm was attached to this top hole. So I'm just going to glue it on top of that. So I'm just going to put a circle of glue around the hole. And then I'm going to put my knots in it, and I'm just going to hold it down. What's everybody going to do today? Are you working? Are you crafting? Okay, there we have it. It says Joy and the 25th right here on the bottom. Like I said, I'll take a picture of this and put it on Liz's Craft Friends. And please go to that group and ask to join if you like what we do here. I would appreciate it. And like I said, it is a closed group, so you do have to answer a question, and then I'll approve you for it. So I will be back here tomorrow at noon with another craft. It's going to be a Christmas craft. I will probably again use that scrapbook paper that I have in that booklet, but I will find something different to use it on. So until tomorrow, keep crafting. Bye guys.